What's up guys, Beat by HCN here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make an Afrobeat, like simply how I made this Afrobeat, my thought process when creating these. So without wasting much of your time, let us get straight into the tutorial. So I'm going to be using this portion of the beat because this is like where almost everything was being played. So the first thing that I used was this guitar from Contact Artificial Intelligence, and yeah, I just simply played this while I did some EQing to remove the lows to give space for the bass and the kick. And yeah, it sounds like this on its own. So after doing that, I was like, what can I do? I needed something to like add underneath to give emotion. So this was like one of those days where whatever you just select from your packs, it just enters, you know, it just works. So I found this like guitar loop on my pack section. So I just sliced it with my simpler, and I was able to chop it to get this. And it was sounding too dry, so what I did was to add in a Valhalla shimmer, and this is what it sounded like after adding this Valhalla shimmer. My setting is just making this color dark, the pitch mode dual, and reduce the size and increase the pitch a little, and together with the other guitar it sounds like this. So after doing that, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm already getting that feel. So the next thing I did was to add in another sound from like Triton, like a vibraphone. You know, I was already having this high-end, mid-rangey kind of sound. So I needed something low. And this is what the vibraphone sounds like in the extreme. So when you're making your beat, you have to make sure you are layering sound, because that's the way you're going to get like this heavy feel. You know, if you don't layer your sound, your sound is going to be sounding light. So yeah, moving after doing that, like I said, this was like one of those days where everything I was picking was really making sense. So I found some loops, but I had to like chop it to a way that I feel like I wanted it to sound, you know. So after doing some experiment, this is what I got together. That was like after chopping and making it the way I wanted it. So the next thing I did was I added this bass line, and this is what the bass line sound together with the drum. So after doing that, the next thing I did when making this beat actually was to now start adding more sounds. You know, like I said, layer your sounds to make them sound nice. So I added this sound over here, this one, which is from Expand Harmonics E-Piano. The essence of showing you guys what sound I'm using so that you yourself can know the kind of sound to use when making your own beats, because like what's the point if I make tutorial without showing you what sounds I'm using? So this is what it sounds like. Just something simple, just a like simple piano sound, and I added another sound from M1 as well, and it's like my favorite preset, which is tonical lamp, and you can get it from going to browser. When you go to hit your browser, you hit your DAC, then you see the one there, tonical lamp. So, and this is what it sounds like. Let me play in the packs so that it doesn't get too dry sound. So the idea when I'm making beats and trying to create like different sound is it's like a puzzle. Like for instance, now I already have this sound hitting by the start, and you notice after the bound moving on, there are empty spaces. So what I did was I added one sound to fill in that empty part that was there. So listen, that was the first one. Then the empty side, you see that bam is entering in between when there's nothing playing. So what else did I do? I added another sound to like fill up those places when nothing was playing. You see, boom, that boom is sounding on its own. There's nothing there. So that's like an idea. When you're creating your beat, you're making it sound in a way that when you play one thing, you are filling space. It's like solving a puzzle, you know, playing things in the places where there's nothing sounding, like there's no instrument there, you know, just to create space. You can see everything have their own space. Everything have their own space, like you can feel it already. Like I said, it was like one of those days, like I was just bringing in some sound, like these vocals and this other vox was also picked from my pack, and he worked like. And that's Iga Boys that from my cast pack. Now you can see how everything is breathing. The vibraphone has where it's entering, the other piano has its own parts, and the M1 Tronicle Lab has its own space. So space is critical. Another thing you can do to create space is also play instrument based on octaves, low octave, medium, and high octave. That's like another way you can use to like create space for the beats to sound. So let's listen to what everything sounds like so far. So every other thing I added was like the roll and the clash. So this was like basically a simple beat, you know, less is more. So yeah, I give room for artists to sing, and most times when you create beat like this, after the artist sings, you can now start adding things in relation to what the artist is singing, so it doesn't look like you and the artist was in different separate rooms. So yeah, this is just basically a simple beat that I created. I'm going to be dropping it on my beat store on BeatStars as well, so you can purchase it, support me, you know. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned one or two things from this tutorial, from this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, you know.
It's HCN SMG. Purchase your tracks today.